Absolutely. I think it's all about, so I mean, there's always this question in this field, which is what is a good design or what is a good strategy? So you can look at a website and it looks super, super amazing with a lot of animations. But for us, what matters is what objective is it achieving, right? So what does the business want to do? If it wants to bring in more sales, is it doing it? Because I mean, you will come across a lot of the websites which look really good, but then it's missing a lot of the technical stuff and a lot of some basic strategies of CRO bringing in businesses. So what we're trying to do is trying to create a balance with something that looks good but performs as well.
Mm,
So for me, something that I always say is good design is something that performs.
mm,
It can be a very simple one. It doesn't have to be very lavish, but it can be something really lavish as well. But at the end of the day, as long as it performs, as long as it brings in ROI, that's something that we are trying to achieve and help businesses with.
absolutely. And well, I mean, many companies they invest heavily in websites, but they still struggle with the results. So I'm sure
Yeah.
that in your experience, you've seen that, and I'm sure you've helped companies with that as well. So could you perhaps tell
Yes.
us what separates a website that actually drives revenue with one that just looks good?
Okay. I think it's super important. I mean, working with clients and then also working in private equity, looking at a lot of companies not getting their strategies right. There's a lot of confusion and there's lack of clarity of what does the business want to achieve.
Mm,
Every time that we do take on a client, we do a good brainstorming session where we try and understand what the product or service is, who the target market is, and what are they trying to achieve out of it. And then we put the strategy together. So if we have a client where excuse me. So if you have a client where we're looking at a much younger audience who are adapting a new app or a website for that matter, the design needs to resonate with that particular audience.
mm,
And then you need to bring in a bit more technical side of it as well. Something people tend to ignore is the website visually should look good, absolutely. But then how fast it loads matters too.
mm,
And a lot of the businesses just ignore it because it's a bit technical stuff that they don't really pay attention to. But as per the research we have read and we have seen in our own experiences as well, like if a website loads in more than 2 seconds, the conversion rate drops by up to 30 to 40%.
mm,
So it's something which is so simple, but it tends to get ignored. So what we're trying to do is we understand all of these things, and a good website where you put in a lot of money has all these elements. So these visual elements, these technical elements, and then also this branding side of it. So quite a few things that we try to put together, and then that's what we call a good website. And one thing that I massively believe in that you can't get the website right in one go. So our approach is always just to understand exactly, put all the ideas together, execute it, and then we track the performance. So
mm.
we analyze how the user is behaving, which page they are spending the most time on, where they are not spending the time on, and then to keep tweaking it to just constantly improve it. It's that Japanese approach of Kaizen, where it's like continuous improvement, and that's
Mm.
what you need. It's like a moving object, not like a static website anymore. So you have to constantly improve and engage with your audience in quite a few different ways.